Well, give credit to Oregon. Obviously, a really good football team that played very, very well, especially that first half. Very disappointed in results of the first half. I have to take ownership in that as a head coach. Obviously, didn't have enough preparation or execution. I really felt good about our work week and the energy from our guys going in, but talked all week about this crew, the way they want to play the game, offense, defense, special teams. When they strike hard and fast, and to put ourselves in a position to be where we are at the end of the first quarter just was too much to overcome. I do give guys credit to suck it up, and we talked at halftime. I basically just went into both sides of the ball and the players and just said, hey, kind of treat it like this. We just won the coin toss. We're taking the ball. We're going to play this second half like we're starting this game over. And just I thought our guys really, took that to heart. Did some things. We just couldn't capitalize. Anytime you have, I believe, 2 or 3 opportunities where we walked away with 0 points inside the red area, and you're not going to win many games, let alone against the number 1 team in the country. So got several guys banged up. I don't really know anything update-wise. A couple guys with head issues, a couple guys with some soft tissue things. I don't think there's anything significant as far as season ending or anything like that, but we'll see where we're at. Have more information on that on Monday. Yeah. Probably tackling, right? I think we just got to leverage the ball and get the ball down. We knew 15 was an explosive player. We had to know where he was on every formation, and I think he was the guy that got that first score, right? Came all the way across from one sideline to the next. I think our preparation, we have to understand when we're playing and facing a player of that caliber, we just can't give normal answers. We got to have a better understanding of what they're trying to do to win the game. So some growing experience there for us on how we game plan. And then obviously a quarterback of his stature, he was able to pretty much complete at will his passes and was very efficient with the ball on early downs as well as third down. So a lot of things that hopefully will make corrections and move forward. What did I see from Luke? Yeah. Luke is a tremendous competitor. I would like to have come up with some points. Obviously, I think that interception, there's definitely one that he probably wish he had back. I don't know if he didn't see the coverage there, but he's been so steady for us. We're here where we are today, a lot because of what he's done, and we'll continue to move forward with him because of that. But everybody's got to learn. I think we got to do a better job of protecting him. Making sure we can give him the answers if they bring some pressures. We got to give him an answer so he doesn't have to get hit. And then also, if we can do anything with him to change the pocket or do some things, right? He's got very good feet. He's very athletic, and the guys continue to play around him. I think in our protections, they did do. I know they changed up one pressure today where they'd always what we call pop the guy out, right? But they brought him today a full man, 7-man protection, and the answers weren't there, and it had to get rid of it in a hurry. And then also, I just think uncharacteristic. There was a couple red area sequences where we broke down on protection as well as in the delivery of the run game. So yeah, it was frustrating. But again, I was very happy that our guys responded in the second half, and we're not trying to get a consolation prize, but I did tell the guys at halftime I need to see guys show up and play and compete, and thankfully they did that. I think twofold. There's, in particular, some of that was in the low red, right? Those are kind of almost two-color plays, right? Execution. So we got to look at closely there. We got to change the pocket. We got to do something to move them. And also just, I think the execution of the run game down low, like a lot of teams will try to just run the ball in, right? Just rather than have anything in chance of the throw game. And I think there was one time where we ran Josh up inside there, gained 4 or 5, and maybe we need to make a close look at the run game as well in the low red. Yeah. I think the things that got us to where we are, what we got to go forward with, right? Like it's I've said it every week, right? Like whatever our record was, whether we were at 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, we got to a point 6-1 this past week. We're trying to go 1-0 every week. Now we're a 6-2 football team. Everybody's going to have opinions on what it needs to do, but I think our guys know Minnesota is coming to town, and in a rematch game for us that can mean a lot for things down the road. And I think these guys enjoy playing together. It definitely hurt them today. You can see it. At halftime, I could feel it, and I liked the energy they gave coming out of the second half. And then, obviously a lot of long faces in there tonight, as they should be. But we'll have to make sure that Oregon doesn't get us twice, right? We're going to have to do what we have to do on Sunday, get a flush, take a jump into Minnesota like we do with every game. Monday will be a great day for our guys to kind of reset and come back in on Tuesday and get a good work week. How hard is their speed? Yeah, especially in certain positions. Obviously, I'd say overall, universally, you could tell on film, offense, defense, special teams, they take a lot of pride in they strike in all three phases: offense, defense, special teams. So I think that was obviously very apparent in the first quarter, and even towards the end of the second, just to put themselves in a position to make multiple scores. Defensively, we obviously didn't have the right answers on putting pressure on and playing this guy. He was just getting the ball out so quickly. They weren't going to let you get him, right? And that's something we got to identify and make sure that we're playing that in coverage. Yeah, so Jaheim Clark has been a guy really, I would say since fall camps, has been a guy who's been continually impressive. See where it's coming along. Yeah, when T. Brooks went down, when Torrey Cox went out, and then obviously Caleb Patterson has our top three corners. Those three guys are out of the game before halftime. Those are difficult things to deal. So those guys came in as kind of by committee, and then T. Strain also went out. So our backup for Xavier went down. That's what brought T. Rooks in there, and then I do like the fact that he got that nice pick and made an advancement. Had a chance to change the game a little bit there. Obviously, we couldn't capitalize on it offensively, but they did their part, or he did his part, especially to make that moment. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll take it. I do know this. I've never had a player get a head injury that was not targeted, right? So I do know it looked like the hit, however that came about, and then I think his helmet hit the ground on the result of the hit. So we'll see where it's at. I'm sure I'll get a good explanation. It's just I think that I was on that committee that started the targeting rule back in 2010, 2011, and the idea is to protect our players. And I know it wasn't malicious by any means. Give credit to Oregon what they did, but I felt like there was some forearms to the head there that was hard to take. Thank you.